who the Cretes copied when they called the island of Manoah, the Minoan civilization, was named after this cat, Mena. You can see here, look at his nose and his lips here. No Charleston, Heston, Yul Brynner here. We move on back. He said the 1st, 11th, 12th, 18th. Go on, let's see. Here's the brother here from the 6th. He missed this one. This is Sahari, 6th dynasty. This is the one that Brother James put on the cover of Stolen Legacy. Stolen Legacy. Look at this one, 11th dynasty, Mathu Hotep. Saw it was black and said it was artistic style. Well, the artist didn't bother to paint his eye black, left his eyes white too, right?
I stuck him in the back of the museum.
In the back, that's right, brother. He's in the back of the museum, right? We're talking about 11th dynasty here. Here's his daughter, this brother here. Here's his brother. I guess she's an artistic style too, with a white woman fanning her in the back. This is 11th dynasty. We can't subject passion to reason. We're going to keep moving. We move on, we can see, here's some women in his royal court. These are the women he was dating. Right here, look at the sisters here with the cornrows. Look at their lips and their noses here. These are the women that he was dating in his royal court. Here's another sister here. Look at her. Very, very civilized act here. Look at her. You heard the British say sipping tea. Here she's sipping tea long before it was a Briton. Got a mirror here. Got a mirror here to check out, to make sure that the sister's doing this right. And look at how she pins the braids here. Holds the braid as she does it in layers, just like you sisters do it when you braid your hair in layers. Go to the Maasai. Look at the Maasai. Look at the pin here to hold the braid and braid it in layers. Same pin, same method. Look at the lips. Look at her lips. Ain't no different than the brothers here. Right off the walls. This is 11th dynasty, 12th dynasty. So Bernard didn't have no choice to say that usefully called black. Look at this 11th and 12th dynasty here. Look at the braids here. Look at the lips. Now you know this lip go with this hairstyle. This hairstyle go with this lip. So if you want to find somebody, to look like this, you can't go to New Zealand. You can't go to, you got to go to South Central. Whether it's South Central Africa or South Central LA, you can see the brother here, right here in Africa, with the hairstyle, brother, like it came right off the wall. So we just being emotional here. We trying to latch on to somebody else's civilization. Look at Eminem head here. Looks like Bob Marley standing here. Look at his prognathous jaw and lip. I mean, Bernard had no choice when he started looking at these 11th and 12th dynastic period pharaohs. Okay, we ain't through. We just getting warm here. So here's Bernard's grandfather, Alan Gardner. He writes about Amosi Nefertari. Special prominence was here given to Queen Amosi Nefertari, depicted for some unaccountable reason with a black countenance, but also some unaccountable reason.
What's that word countenance?
The countenance, well, that means demeanor or aspect. He goes on to say, but also sometimes with a blue one, he tried to diffuse the thing. If she was a daughter of Kamosi, she will have had no black blood in her veins. And even more important, he goes on with some crazy stuff. But here he is. You got one Egyptologist named Rawlinson, who's writing before him, was saying the woman was black, but an Ethiopian and not a nigger. And here he is saying that the woman wasn't even black, but she was black, but she wasn't black, but she was black, but wasn't black. This is called psychopathic racism. We move on. So here the sister, the queen sitting here black. And in the museum in New York, they said that the sister turned black over time. She's the only one. That's what it said. I was trying desperately to find a quote. I couldn't find it for this lecture. I hate I couldn't find it. If you could see it, I died when I saw that. She said she turned black over time. She's the only one in the picture to turn black over time. Time picked her to turn her black. But this is why they had to deny the sister. Because here you can see Amosi. Here you can see Amosi. And Amosi Nefertari, where she became the ancestors of the entire 18th dynastic period. And you can see Imhotep I, Imhotep II, Thutmose I, on down to Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, all the way down to King Tutankhamun and Akhenaten, Amenhotep III, Queen T. All these kings and queens are going back to this woman, this black Ethiopian woman. So let's chase this thing. Here's Hatshepsut. You saw her name on there. They knocked her face out. But what did Hatshepsut do? Hatshepsut built this particular palace in the cliffs by a brilliant architect, Simmud. who emulated Imhotep in many respects. And in this particular temple, she wrote about her ancestral land. And she sent a expedition down to the land of Punt, as you see here, Punt, in dead Central Africa. And she said that she sent ships down here and brought back trees, fragrances, gold, and even some people came back. Animals, the first zoos in Kemet were sent down here by the Kemetu and brought back to Kemet. We move on, we can see here, and Scotwalla D. Lubis in the book called Sacred Science writes, the following royal, talking about this procession here, following the royal offerings come the solemn procession called the coming forth of men. During this ceremony, the statue of the Neter is carried on a shield with 2 feathers on his head, and with seals and mummy swabs around his neck. A white bull precedes the statue, while the reader priest declaims the dance hymn of men, and the black man of Punt extols this Neter. Egyptologists are at a loss to justify the presence of a black man from Punt among the important personalities of this ceremony, but geographical and historical explanations can be of no value on this subject. So they just ignore the brother here, extolling the god men, who the men said he came from Punt. The god came from Punt. He's extolling the Punt, and the Egyptologists are at a loss to explain it. I'm showing you some of the racism that exists in the text as you begin to study. Petrie digs up and said that the goddess Hathor, the most important mother goddess besides Isis, came from Punt. And that Isis herself, further Isis, who was identified at Dendra with Hathor, is said Isis was born in the ism of Dendra of Ap, the great one of Ap, the temple of Ap, under the form of a woman black and red. This points to a southern origin. Petrie even shows that Hathor and Isis are coming from the south. The main gods and goddesses of Egypt are all coming from the south. People are black back there, but the Egyptologists are saying that these are just white people with black skin. So Hatshepsut said that the beards that they wore, the divinity beards they wore, came from the land of Punt. She carved it on her temple. So here you can see the brother in the land of Punt, still with the divinity beard here. Here you can see on the temple where Queen Hatshepsut carved the brother. Look at his lips, look at his nose, show the divinity beard, clearly showing you the brother in the land of Punt. Then you go to National Geographic, and this is what happened to the brother. Look what happened to the brother here at National Geographic. We go on, look at the brother like the sister, baby got backs. The brother like the sister here with the cetophic jig condition. And they showed the sister on the wall. And you can see here the braided hair, the black skin, clearly showing these are Africans. This is what you'd anticipate on the African continent. But National Geographic, look at the sister here. Look what he did to the sister. Got the sister here, the Egyptians, look at here. That's Central African Punt. The Egyptians coming, they white. The Puntites, they white. The dog white. Everything is white in dead Central Africa. Having a meeting in dead Central Africa. So you can see Hatshepsut here, Hatshepsut, going down a little further. Let's go down a little further and see who else we can find. Here you can see Thutmose III here. The brother's still looking African, ain't changed. We're just going down the bloodline here. Here he is here. Thutmose III. Who does he have? Imhotep II, Thutmose IV, going down. Let's find Imhotep III and T. Let's see if they're still black. We move on down. Here's Queen T. Look at Queen T right here. Queen T. You ever seen white folks look like that before? Let's go on. Let's look at her profile like they do in jail. You know when they do the mug shots. Look at the mug. Look at the sister here. Looks like your auntie. Look at her. We move on. Look at here she is with her husband. She looks like him. He looks like her. They haven't changed. Still African. Started with Mosi Nefertari. They haven't changed yet, have they? Have they changed yet? We keep moving. Let's go see. Look at. There's my wife. She looks just like them. Look at him. Her, him, her. They all look the same. They haven't changed. My wife hasn't changed, thank God. Look at her lips. They can change lips and not miss them. The eyes are the same. The only thing missing is the nose. That's one of the things they always did is knock the noses off. Look at the ones in the back. So you wouldn't really know or discern that these were ancient Kemetu. Just knock the Africans. Just knock the noses off. Fortunately, Sherry's nose is still intact. So these are the ones you see in every book on Egypt. You see about 3 or 4 of these in every book. No, it's not a single, no gold chain. You know how much brothers and sisters like gold chains and stuff. Don't have no hat, no gold chain, nothing. But you see it next to the pyramid to make you think through association that they built the pyramid. But here you can see the crown of the pharaohs here on these, showing that these were the kings who ruled Kemet.